If you're planning a trip to Disneyland Paris, especially if it's going to be your first time, you're in the right place. I recently visited Disneyland Paris with my family, and while we had an amazing time there were a few things that caught us off guard. I'm sharing everything with you today so your trip can be even more magical and stress-free than mine was. Number 1, choose the right day to visit. Not all park days are created equal. Weekends, holidays, and summer months equal long lines and higher ticket prices. Midweek is your best bet for shorter waits and fewer crowds. One smart thing to do is to use the official Disneyland crowd calendar to see how much crowd is expected around the time you plan to visit, and this can help inform your visit date decision. Number 2, buy your tickets online and in advance. If you're only visiting one park, make sure to choose Disneyland Park for the full classic experience. This is the one with the castle and most of the big attractions. If you're planning to visit both parks in one day, that's the Disneyland Park and the Walt Disney Studios, then go really early because these parks are big, and prioritize your must-do rides first. Number 3, arrive early but not too early. The park opens at 9:30 a.m. but security opens a little bit earlier. I recommend arriving by 8:45 a.m. if you can, so you can be right in front of the line when it opens. The benefit of getting there early is so that you can get to the most popular rides like Peter Pan's flight, for example, before they get too crowded. Also, there is a lot to see and do, and you need time to do all of them, especially if you're visiting for one day only. So make sure to be there as early as you can so you can explore to your heart's content. If you're staying at a Disney hotel, then you'll get extra magic time. This is early entry that lets you ride top attractions before the general public arrives. If you've booked the Disney hotel, then make sure you take full advantage of this extra magic time. Number 4, food is expensive, so bring snacks if you can. Meals cost around 25 to 35 euros per person, and it's not exactly worth that price. We had the equivalent of a McDonald's meal, which is burger, fries, and a drink, for a family of 4, and it costs about 130 euros. That's about 207 Canadian dollars for a McDonald's type meal. You are allowed to bring your own snacks and drinks, so pack snacks if you can, bring water bottles, bring juices, whatever you can manage. But if you're not able to pack snacks and drinks, no worries. There are cafes in the train station right beside Disneyland where you can get food for cheaper. So make sure you eat and drink as much as you can before you get into the park. At least that will help you cut down on one meal, and then you can pay the premium price for the rest of your meals. Number 5, download the official Disneyland Paris app. This app is a must-have, especially if you don't have priority tickets. It shows live wait times, maps, character meet and greet locations, and mobile food ordering. I'll recommend enabling your notifications so you can get updates when wait times for rides drop or if shows are rescheduled. Number 6, use Premier Access wisely. Disneyland Paris offers something called Premier Access that allows you to skip the lines at rides. It's very useful because there's usually a long line around rides, especially the popular rides, but it's not cheap. If you're on a budget, don't buy Premier Access for everything. Prioritize the rides that you really want to get on and the ones that have very long wait lines. Then use your Premier Access for just those rides. Number 7, take advantage of priority access cards if you are eligible. If you or someone in your group has a disability or a medical condition that could make it difficult to wait in a long line, Disneyland Paris offers a free priority access card. This card gives you skip the line access to attractions, character meet and greets, as well as shows without needing to buy Premier Access. It covers most recognized physical and mental disabilities for visitors from certain countries around the world. So it's worth checking if you're eligible for this before you visit. I've left a link in the description box to the Priority Access card page. If you qualify for this card, just note that you will need to take your official documentation for that disability on the day that you visit. And this official documentation can be anything from the diagnosis itself, a disability card, a medical certificate, or any other form of official documentation. Make sure to read all the instructions on the page and you'll be good to go. This can save you hours in queues and make your day a lot more enjoyable, especially for kids or visitors who need additional support. Number 8, check the weather before you book if possible and pack for all weather conditions. Usually people are there for an entire day, so you're there morning, afternoon, and evening. So dress smartly so that you can have layers for these different time periods. It gets a little bit cold in the evening, especially if you're waiting for the magic show. So make sure you have like a light jacket, especially if you have kids with you. Disneyland tickets are rain or shine, but they can be cancelled for a full refund up to 3 days before your visit date. But once you're within 72 hours of your visit, they become non-refundable. So in order not to have a less than ideal experience, or worse, miss the experience completely because of the weather, it's a good idea to check in advance. Also bring very comfortable shoes. You'll walk 10k steps easily. Plus, you'll be climbing onto and getting out of rides all day, so you want to do that comfortably. Number 9, Disneyland Paris is not just for little kids. It's great for toddlers, yes, but it also has roller coasters, Marvel zones, thrill rides, and chill rides. If you're traveling with older kids or you're just adults, you'll still have a blast there. They call it the happiest place on earth for a reason, and I can confirm that I had an amazing time there as an adult. Number 10, budget for souvenirs. If you're traveling with kids, just accept that souvenirs are happening. The castle shops and Marvel merch are especially tempting. Your kids will drag you through the mud if you refuse to buy souvenirs, so just do yourself a favor and budget for it in advance. Number 11, photos are expensive, so if you're on a budget, use your phone to take photos or ask cast members to help you if possible. Speaking of photos, they don't allow phone stands or camera stands in there. I had to go all the way back to the train station to keep my phone stand and go back there to queue again to get in. I ended up losing my phone stand because that part of the train station had closed before I came out, but that's a story for another day. But save yourself the stress and just don't go with a phone stand. Number 12, check if your child is tall enough before queuing for thrill rides. They have height requirements for some rides, so it's a good idea to check before joining the very long queue. You're not going to be happy if you spend 30 minutes in line, for example, only to find out that you can't get on because one of your kids doesn't meet the height requirement. These are my top things to know before visiting Disneyland Paris. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you're planning your first visit there or you've been there before. Check out my Paris playlists for more Paris travel tips and guides. If you found this video helpful, then give it a big thumbs up, share it with someone you think will find it helpful as well, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, au revoir!